Hi everybody, I'm Noelle Randall, and on today's show, we're going to be talking about residential property versus commercial property and which one you should do first. There is so many questions that I get about this, so much bad information out there, and I'm going to tell it to you straight like I always do. Let's go. Hi, this is Noelle Randall.
More great news for real estate investors.
How would you like to be a boss? I'm going to show you how. Buy houses using a credit card. So let's talk about wholesaling now. Welcome back everybody. I'm Noelle Randall, real estate entrepreneur, mentor, and mom of 5. And again, on today's show, I am going to be telling you why you probably should not be investing in commercial real estate yet. So let's go. So obviously, there's 2 types of property that you can invest in real estate. Residential and commercial. Basically, those are the 2 types of property. Obviously, residential property is property like houses, single-family homes, duplexes. Up to 4 units is considered residential property, and that is where most people start when it comes to real estate investing, because most people live in residential homes. They know things about it, and it's something probably a little bit easier for people to invest in. Now, let's talk about commercial. Commercial real estate is like strip malls, hotels, skyscrapers, large story buildings, anything obviously that's not residential that is property is probably going to be commercial. And we also have land, and we're not going to be talking about land at all today, not even commercial land or how it's zoned or anything like that. That's a separate video. So again, sometimes people tell you, new investor, kind of learning the business, that you should be trying to get as many units as possible, like an apartment building, for example. It's awesome. Trust me, it is awesome to own commercial real estate, such as small apartments and then larger apartments and things like that. But Noelle is here to tell you the truth, okay? I know. There are all of these different videos that tell you you should just forget about residential real estate and just go right to commercial, get you a 10-unit apartment building, get you a 20-unit, 8-unit, something to that effect. You'll make a bunch of money, and it's an easy way to just make 10 times what you would make on one single house. And that's not true. That's not true. That is just absolutely, positively false. You're probably watching an old video with old information. And yes, I started off and I told you that you will invest in commercial real estate and you will graduate to commercial real estate at some point in your investing career, and that is a natural progression. But it would be like if you were a 5-year-old kid and you went to kindergarten and you're learning about what to do in school, and then you just skipped over everything and you went right to college or graduate school. That is what people are doing. They're deciding that, you know what, skip this single family residence stuff. I don't want to wholesale. I don't want to fix and flip. I don't want to do any of that stuff. That sounds so hard. This crazy guy, told me just go buy some 10-unit apartments. He's rich. He showed me a Lamborghini and he's in a mansion. So bam, I'm just going to get me a apartment building. And that's crazy. I'm sorry. That is so crazy, okay? Take it from Noelle. Again, I'm going to tell you the truth, and we're going to talk about the differences, okay? So with single-family residences, it is a smaller project, obviously, for you. There's more of them, and the market is bigger. So if you are wholesaling, for example, there are 100,000 more people looking for residential properties than people looking for you to wholesale them an apartment building, for example. So additionally, single family residence, you need to learn that building. You need to learn what to do, how that works, the paperwork, the contracts, the lawyers, the title companies. There's things that you will need to learn and that you're going to get very familiar with, like how do I do this and the process and the steps. And obviously Noelle is teaching you that, kind of telling you about getting your business license and how to market. And I'm going to keep making videos for you, a newer person, and then I'll make some stuff for maybe intermediate. But commercial real estate, especially large apartment buildings, 8, 10, 24 units, yes, you absolutely will get there, but you should not start there, okay? I know the benefits, and yes, with commercial real estate, for example, the financing of it, they look at more of the property versus the person buying it, okay? So that's a pro of commercial real estate versus residential real estate, okay? So you may have a situation where you are saying, okay, I can get qualified really easily for commercial real estate because they're going to be looking at the property, how much income it is generating, and things of that nature. And it's going to be easier to get loans and to get funding. Yes and no. So with commercial real estate, usually you need, of course, 20% down. And so if you're looking at a property that costs $1 million, that's $200,000 that you're going to be having to come up with through private money or however you come up with it, okay? And that's why we talk about building the residential, getting some wins and some funding from that, and then reinvesting as you grow. So strategic deal compounding. Because where are you going to get $200,000 from? Okay? And then what experience do you have? Why would a commercial lender give you an apartment building that you have no idea how to manage? You haven't even managed a house yet, and had tenants in that one property or that couple of properties to really show that you know what you're doing. Okay? Now, you may say, you know what, I don't want to just start with a single family house. That's just one little house. I may want to go with a duplex or a triplex or a quadruplex, something to that effect. And I'm okay with that. And I'll encourage you, you can go ahead and do there. Again, not necessarily where I would tell you to start, not for everyone. Again, I would have to know your personal situation, what your skill set is, what your skill set, do you know how to run numbers? Do you have experience with this? Do you know how to evaluate properties? Do you know how to evaluate how much income it would generate, vacancy rates, how much money do you have saved? I can go on and on and on. It doesn't even have to be money you have saved. It could be money that you have access to. And so commercial real estate is more complicated. It is. Do not let people fool you into thinking residential and commercial is exactly the same. If it was exactly the same, why would anyone invest in single family residence? And why would everybody just skip to commercial? Because you can lose your shorts. It's bigger projects. There's a lot more going on. The paperwork is different. Everything is a little different. Okay? And so yes, you will graduate to that. But get the foundation. Get the foundation that you need. Learn about real estate. Learn how it works. Learn the paperwork. Learn the terms. Learn the definitions, the acronyms. There's so much that you will need to know that you can learn on a smaller scale, such as residential, and then you'll graduate to commercial where you can really start to make some money. So yes, again, Noelle is never trashing what anyone else is teaching or anyone else is doing. Noelle is just trying to protect you from losing money and make sure that you make money. I want you to be successful. I say that over and over again, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I want nothing more than for you to be successful. And that's why the message is really, really clear on this video. And what I'm teaching you is that commercial real estate is something you progress to. Okay, and again, this is Noelle's opinion from years of experience and things that I do, and I'm just telling you it is a little bit more complicated. It's going to require you to have some knowledge, and you can get all of that knowledge while making money by doing single-family residences, or I'll say 1 to 4 unit single-family homes. Okay, so skip the apartments. Skip that crazy stuff about just jumping, right into 10-unit buildings that you're just going to own while you have a job and you have no money and you didn't do anything. You don't know what you're doing. Don't do that. Let's just not do that. Let's just actually make some money. Let's start with something that most people can do, and then we'll graduate. Let's go through the grades. We don't just go from kindergarten to graduate school. We just don't, and there's a reason for it. You need some of the steps in between. So, all right. This is Noelle Randall. I'm going to ask you again to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the little notification bell so you know when new videos comes, and comment below. Start with residential. It's smarter. Start with residential. It is smarter. You want to make money. You don't want to lose money, and you don't want to be out here taking crazy risks that you might not be able to come back for. I only want you to make money. I only want you to be successful, and I'm just going to tell you the truth every single time. It's all you get from me if you want it. All right, everybody. Again, this is Noelle Randall. I'll talk to you and I'll see you next time.